welcome everybody to the Mixed Results podcast with Mixed Gaming 109 and Unexpected Results MTG, and our guest today, AndBen007.
Glad to be here.
Welcome in,
Uh,
everybody.
Welcome in. AndBen007, what is your real name?
My real name is Andrew. My nickname that I tell everybody to call me is Drew. Of course, some people in here, they still call me Ben because it's just quick, easy to find in the middle of my gamer tag. But yeah, it's Andrew, but also I like being called Drew. It's just a childhood nickname that just stuck, and it's just easy for people, especially if there's multiple different Andrews, because I've been in that situation before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can definitely vouch for that. I've played with you for quite some time, and we played many games together and talk, you know, off camera a little bit about other things, and I still call you Ben.
Yeah,
So
I do too.
it's still a struggle. But Drew, how old are you, Drew?
I am 32.
32.
Right on.
Still the youngster in this group.
Yeah,
So far.
yeah. Still the wee lad.
Well, Drew, where are you from?
I'm currently living in Kentucky, but I was born in Indiana, and then I moved back and forth between there and Louisiana for many, many years. So it's kind of one of those. I'm kind of from three different places, but I'm not.
Mhm.
But yeah, so currently just living in Kentucky.
How long have you been there in Kentucky?
Let's see, since 22.
Okay.
So it's been a few years.
Was it, I believe it was you, when you showed us a picture of your outdoors, and it was not a good view. It wasn't a pretty view.
No, it wasn't.
I don't want to get too much away unless you don't want to talk about that, but it wasn't the best view.
No. I live, and this could probably be anywhere. I'm sure everybody's had this circumstance before, but we live in a house that is surrounded by a storage unit facility. So it's literally a gated community.
In a non-traditional sense.
Yes, very much so.
You know, you said you've only been in Kentucky since you said 22, right?
Mhm.
Not 22 years old, right?
Since 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've noticed that you say y'all quite a bit, so you
Oh, yeah.
definitely have that southern twang to it. I'm not well traveled, but was that something that you picked up in your time in Indiana or Louisiana? Like,
It's a southern thing, so definitely Louisiana.
okay,
People up north say you all, and they break it up, but it's I find it easier to just say y'all.
Y'all.
okay.
And yeah, so that's more of a southern thing. So people here kind of say it here in Kentucky, but not much. You kind of get that mix of people who say you all and y'all.
I thought Louisiana was like that weird exception in that southern zone that they just said something way funkier than y'all. So that's why I was like, huh, you picked up the y'all in Kentucky that quick?
No, no, for Louisiana, it just depends on if you're in a bayou or not.
Okay.
They say something different. So,
Sure.
but yeah, I mean, where we lived at was like southwest Louisiana, so it was really close to the Texas border. So had a lot of
Oh,
Texas influence as well there. Yeah.
you weren't in the Gulf there, down in the Creole area.
No, that was about an hour and a half further south,
Nice.
and
So
also
what
toward
was it?
north.
So what was it like growing up, moving that much? Do you have siblings? What did you do as a kid growing up in all those different places?
Yeah, it was one of those to where it was kind of difficult to make friends and keep friends because you moved around a lot. So it was one of those. I haven't really kept in touch with most of my young childhood friends. I think we tried connecting once or twice, but the only people that I've really kept in contact with the last time that I moved from down in Louisiana. I've stayed very close friends with them. But I have one sibling. It's my sister, and I am the older sibling. So I am opposite of y'all. Y'all are the younger
Mm-hmm.
siblings. So I don't have the same unique perspective that y'all do, being the younger one. I get to be older brother.
And how's
What's
that?
the age gap?
Oh, yeah.
2 years.
Okay.
So we were close enough to where it's like, okay, and my mom, she was the only child, So she couldn't understand growing up why we fought all the time.
Mhm.
And my dad was like, "They're brother and sister. They're gonna fight."
Yep.
He had 5 other siblings, so he knew it's like brother and sister are just gonna fight.
It's awesome.
Nice. Did you grow up playing sports, or were you just all throughout your life just a gamer? What was some of the things you did as a kid growing up?
Yeah, well, I'm very non-athletic, so sports was one of those. Whenever I was included, I would play sports. I think, yeah, in high school I did play some basketball, but I was, the bench warmer. So, but growing up, I'm definitely a reader. So that's kind of where the nerdy side started taking over. I just enjoyed reading. Some of my favorite books were like the Hardy Boy books, Boxcar Children. I'm not sure if it was different comics as well from my mom's childhood. Have y'all ever heard of The Adventures of Tintin?
I have
No.
not.
You have not? Well, it was about this reporter who would go on different adventures and stuff like. They made a movie a few years ago. Steven Spielberg directed. Highly recommend that. But yeah, I would just read a bunch of stuff like that, and but yeah, it was mainly reading. I was also largely into Legos as well. Enjoyed playing with Legos. Have you ever heard of Bionicle?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was huge into Bionicle. I still kick myself that I got rid of my collection just on a whim one time, and it's like no.
Yeah.
So,
I get it.
It's funny. Some of those Bionicle things still come up on my algorithm from time to time. I'm like, oh,
Back
I
in
had
the
so
day.
many cool Bionicles back in the day.
yeah, I love the ones that kind of just like do the history of like all the different Toa and like all the different sets and like do like a timeline of everything. It's like, oh, that is so cool. I miss those
Mhm.
days.
Definitely.
Well, outside of the content that you make on your channel, what do you do outside of it?
Like for work or like
Either
just
for
here.
video, for your just in general in life. What do you do outside of your content?
Well, I play video games. I used to actually make video game content up until last year, whenever I made the switch over to Magic. But I would just do clips and stuff like that that I thought was cool, and it was okay. It was nothing crazy, but playing video games, reading, I still enjoy doing sometimes. Magic takes a lot of the time away, so I'm reading still.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and for work, currently I am working as a office administrator for a funeral home. So I take care of paying the bills and getting the memory cards prepared for the services and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, with the
And
video games, what's your favorite video game right now?
right now,
Yep.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Is it?
Yeah,
Good.
it's I haven't been able to pull away from it yet. It's too fun.
Have you finished it yet?
I finished it a few times
Oh,
actually.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm working up the courage to go on an honor run.
I'm assuming
On
that
a
is.
run meaning no fails.
No fails, no permadeaths, none of that stuff. I just haven't worked up the courage to just sit down and play it. And I'm for that particular type of run. I'm just gonna have to make a character and not actually put any investment into how they look
Oh yeah.
because I'm gonna get so attached to these characters. Like, oh no, they're gone. No.
Yeah. I think that's the funniest part. When I started playing Baldur's Gate 3, I spent so much time on the character creation. It's like, oh, it's like never got to play the game. It's like 1 a.m. I need to go to bed.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
So, what sparked your passion for gaming? All things nerdy. We see the giant collectible wall over there. So, what was there a specific moment, or what specifically kind of sparked your interest?
Yeah. Kind of. It's one of those like with anything. It's kind of like just a rolling like a bunch of different series of events happened to where I started liking to play video games. But to I guess give like an origin point to it. Um, my grandparents up in Indiana, we would go and visit them a lot of times, and my cousin lived with them. and his dad got him a Super Nintendo one year, and so we'd go up there, me and my sister, we'd visit, so we'd get to play, the console, the newest console that he'd get and stuff like that. So one of the first games that I remember playing, besides Mario Brothers, was Star Fox for the Super Nintendo.
Nice.
And we didn't know what it was called. Whenever people asked, like, "What's the game you like playing?" It's like, "Oh, it's the paper airplane game," because it looked like a paper airplane.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's So I think that was like one of the moments where, like, oh yeah, video games, yeah, that's cool. And then of course, over the years, just kind of different games came out. First handheld we got was a Game Boy Color. Then we got the GameCube, which led to me discovering one of my all-time favorite games, which is Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, one of my favorite JRPGs. Just absolutely fell in love with that genre, and just such a fun game.
Nice. Um, Out of the gaming and getting you all started, was there what's your favorite memory? Is it the one of you going to your cousins, or do you have another favorite memory of any video game?
Of any video game, I mean, I guess anytime I guess going and getting to hang out with friends and family and things like some of my probably favorite fondest memories is like doing the LAN parties for Halo and things like that. That was always so much fun, and the fact I was even included in those, that was so much fun. It's like I made it. I finally found some people to hang out with, so it was really fun.
It was like the first bridge to, other than your, friends or, neighbor kids that grew up on your street or your
Hmm.
family members. It was the first like social gaming is doing those LAN parties and, oh, it was like I have other nerdy friends.
Yep,
Yeah.
I completely get it too. When I was young, I wasn't a popular kid, and so when I actually found people who like enjoyed the same things as I did, it was a little blessing. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure, for sure.
So
I remember having like terrible dial-up internet still and being able to go to those overnight LAN parties and it's like my internet works all night. I get to game uninterrupted.
mhm.
It's the best. So we talked a little bit about your love for nerdy things, but there is a big kind of indicator of who you are on this app by the helmet there behind you.
Yes.
So talk about your love for Star Wars. What kind of sparked your love for Star Wars? What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Hmm.
Favorite character?
Yeah, my love for Star Wars started out because of my dad. He was also like really he's not as big into Star Wars as I am now, but he's still like, hey, my kid might like this, so let me introduce him to Star Wars. So I remember watching Episode 4 relatively young and just really enjoying it. And then of course got to watch the rest of the episodes, and then of course I got to watch one of my fondest memories of Star Wars is this is also at my grandparents' house in Indiana. They had this little box TV that was like about yay big, and it was like very bad reception, but you could still see stuff good enough. And one time I was just flipping through, and there was Star Wars Episode 1 just playing on the TV, and it's like, oh. So I got to watch it on there, and it just such a fond memory. But my favorite Star Wars episode is definitely Empire Strikes Back. Um, really enjoy the film. It's one of those like the villains win. There's actual weights. It's like there's consequences, and of course, the opening sequence is just incredible with the AT-ATs making the attack on Hoth, and of course the big moments like spoiler alert. That's years old. Luke saying "I'm your father," Luke being told "I'm your father" by Darth Vader, and just so good, such a good film. And for I know on the list here you said slash show, and my favorite show is Clone Wars, obviously.
Mm.
But yeah, I just it was a good in between since whenever it was like 3 years since episode 3 had came out, whenever Clone Wars started, and there was like 3 year drought of nothing Star Wars, and then we had Clone Wars hit, and it's like, okay, this is going to keep us going for years and years, and little did I know it just becomes such a huge part of my life for Star Wars.
Yep.
So, for those who may not know, the helmet behind you, whose helmet is it?
That is the I'm trying to remember which branch it is. It is the I want to say it's the 332nd detachment of the 501st, of which is Anakin Skywalker's personal clone regiment, and this is the branch that got lent out to Ahsoka Tano whenever she came back to the to help out with the Mandalorian crisis at the end of the Clone Wars.
It's not the Commander Cody helmet, correct?
No, this is just the base. Like, this is just the standard clone trooper helmet that the ones who joined her regiment painted custom for themselves.
For some reason, I had Commander Cody stuck in my head for that helmet. So
yeah. Commander Cody is part of Obi-Wan Kenobi's.
very true.
Yeah.
I do.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. You go ahead.
I want to get Captain Rex's helmet eventually. It's just I haven't had the time or money to do so.
I just wanted to ask, what made you choose that helmet instead of like a Darth Vader helmet, and what made you choose that helmet?
Well, that is part of the second question you have on here, which is who is my favorite Star Wars character, and that is Ahsoka Tano. She is one of my favorite characters out of Star Wars. It's just, I mean, she's the chosen one's Padawan. So it just such a fun character. Her character growth throughout the entire series, and so it's just fun character.
That's awesome. Getting into the Star Wars and D&D, you said you play Baldur's Gate. Do you play D&D actually in person or on the internet?
I did play D&D for a little while. I would love to still play D&D, but it's been a few years since I got to actually play D&D. So Baldur's Gate 3 is my supplement right now for playing D&D.
What do you love most about the D&D, or about D&D in general?
Oh, that is such a loaded question.
It is.
What is there not to love about D&D? I mean, I love rolling dice. I'm a dice goblin. I love the combat. I do also love the role play aspect of D&D. It's just so much fun. One of the things that I love most about it is the fact that it's a memory that I share with my sister, because she's actually the one who got me into D&D, which is surprising. But she got me into D&D. She kept just talking on and on about her character and her adventure of the week, and then finally it's like, all right, let me show up and try.
Yeah.
It's like, let's show up and try this out for once, and I was hooked ever since.
Me too. Went one time with my friends, and I love it since.
I think that's such a cool part about it too, is sharing like with other people about, this adventure of this character that you made up and all the things you did, and they're like, played a video game? It's like, no, I sat around a table with a bunch of other people and we rolled dice.
Yeah.
I've seen even clips of famous people talking about it and just doing a basic short little adventure on screen and just talking that person through what you would do and how you would play it, and it got that person hooked into it, and it's really cool how easy it is.
Yeah, the look on some of these people's faces whenever it clicks for them, it's like, oh, I can do anything. I can say I'm going here. I do this. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that interview with the guy who plays Frank Castle, the Punisher?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Through it real quick, and I'm like,
yep.
What? That's such
real
a cool
quick.
clip.
Yeah.
I love that. What is your favorite D&D class?
Again, another loaded question, but right now I really love Monk. Monk is fun.
Okay.
I just like how it plays. It's just like the unarmed attacks and everything like that. It just I don't know. It's really fun because it's like, okay, you don't have to have a weapon on you. You can just hit people with your fists. You know.
That's why I like it. Yeah, it makes the combat a little bit more less vanilla, I should say. Like, of course, if you're playing spellcaster, you have a lot more in your pocket, but for your typical melee characters, it gives you a lot more variation. Like, I personally, in those senses, really like going into like human fighters and doing like a bunch of different feats and the
Yeah.
different abilities in the fighting classes, being able to be a tank and just draw all the ire and not be able to be hit, or like be someone who's, known for putting people on their back. Like, I
Yeah.
built a fighter that was all about just putting people on the ground. It's not about the damage he was doing, it's about putting them on the ground.
Like you get there and you stay there.
Yep.
Yep. Well, speaking of D&D, I'm gonna ask a serious question. Create a D&D group. 1 DM, 4 players. Who would you choose? Be famous. It can be people in the community. Anybody. Who would you want to be the DM, and who would you want to be a player? And what would you
Well, I
want to
think.
be?
Oh, I was supposed to be included in this.
Oh yeah, you're creating the group.
Well, yeah, you just want to watch?
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. It's like, no, I'll just watch it.
I'll just watch.
I'll get my favorite people and just watch them do it.
It still would be fun watching them too, but I would want to play.
Okay, yeah, I misunderstood the question, but I'm just gonna go with kind of the people I thought of.
Mhm.
I think Nick, who I would want to DM, 100%.
Brendan Lee Mulligan?
No,
No, okay.
yeah,
Interesting.
Matthew Mercer.
Oh, yeah.
I would want him to. I mean, might as well have the master be the the guy guiding the story.
Hmm.
As far as the players, I was kind of going along the lines of like celebrities and people, and a few of them are no longer with us, unfortunately. But I would want Mark Hamill
Okay.
to play. I feel like he would have fun with it. I mean, he is a voice actor. I would love it if he did his Joker
Mhm.
voice for
That'd
a
be cool.
character. That'd be really awesome. Sean Connery would be another one. I think just having his voice, just like maybe be a wizard type or something like that. And oh yeah, Julie Andrews, one of my all-time favorite singers for like Sound of Music actors. Sound of Music is one of my favorite movies of all time. Um, and trying to think of the last one that I thought of. I should have wrote this down.
That was good.
Um, hmm. I'll just cheat here and I'll say Taliesin Jaffe
Okay.
Really?
from the Critical Role cast. I'll just cheat because I can't think of the other person. His characters are just so much fun. He does so many different types of characters. And I think it'd be fun.
What's your favorite character that he's done?
That's another tough question.
Sorry, you got Molly Mock.
gonna-
You got Ash.
Mm,
Caduceus.
actually not so tough. Molly Mock.
Molly Mock.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, Molly Mock.
Ah.
He's one of my
I love
all-time favorite
Caduceus.
characters. Oh, Caduceus is great. Like he's close behind. I also love No Mercy Percy. I enjoy all of his characters. His newest character with the mask is really awesome too.
Mm.
I can't wait for
That-
him to.
That character has so much depth.
Mm-hmm.
And so much things that are like unexplained, and I really like the depth of that character. But yeah, we've talked about it before. Taliesin is probably by far your favorite like player in the Critical Role group.
And yeah, sorry guys, I guess we didn't talk about that. But if you don't know, we're talking about Critical Role. They stream their D&D sessions and they're doing a bunch of campaigns. So
Sorry to nerd out on y'all.
exactly.
I like the group. You made a very good like theatrical people who are going to buy in and really invest into the game of D&D. When I asked this question for myself, I thought of the just most ridiculous chaotic group ever, and I don't think we would ever get through a campaign.
Mhm.
I
It's like we
really
keep
don't.
starting, but we can't finish anything.
Yeah. I had Brendan Lee Mulligan as my DM just
Okay,
because
yeah.
I really love his comedic breaks
Mhm.
and sometimes where he doesn't take things so seriously. It
And
it
then
just
he'll just switch on you in a moment's
it,
notice.
exactly. So it's, I really like it that way. I like the fluidity of his
Mhm.
DM style. Will Ferrell, I would love to have Will Ferrell in a D&D group.
Mhm.
And I brought this up as one person um, that I want to play Magic with, but Seth Rogen also would be on my list. Um, and then Zach Galifianakis and myself.
Mhm.
Okay, very
I
fun.
just want to literally be belly laughing the entire time, just doing the most chaotic stuff with these guys.
Hmm. Yeah.
I would say Matthew Mercer still is my DM. He's such a great DM, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Um, and then I guess I didn't think much about this. I think as we just talked, I would want Robin Williams because of his voices and
Yeah.
everything. I think that'd be
Oh
amazing.
yeah.
Um, and I watched Mrs. Doubtfire the other night, and just seeing how he reacted in that show, in that movie, being an actor, it was just funny watching.
Yeah.
I didn't think about anybody else though.
As you were mentioning that, I just actually remembered my original pick for my fourth
Mm-hmm.
member. It was Steve Irwin.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That would have
You,
been awesome.
you know he'd be rocking a crocodile as a
Oh
companion.
yeah.
100%.
Oh, 100%.
Yep.
100%. Would not be a viable companion at all. It's
Nope.
like it's land movements. Well, actually, they're supposed to be pretty fast on land,
They are
but
pretty fast, and
yeah,
get them near water. It's like, hey, my favorite terrain is river.
it's a swamp, mate. I won't
Yep.
be in the swamp in the bayou.
Hmm. Crikey.
uh, one DM that I thought of, if you were just going off of like storytelling with the voice, Ian McKellen,
Mm.
just basically having Gandalf tell you
Oh yeah.
or
Oh my
DMing
goodness.
a game for you, or
Just
even like Morgan Freeman,
hmm
just the voice.
Yeah.
imagine him just going full of a toque whenever you mess up or something like that. Like you should not have touched that.
Full of a toque. I love it. Um, we talked about the D&D and the Star Wars and your helmet, um, but you have a ton of collectibles. I don't know if the camera view is getting the whole wall over there, but I know you like your collectibles. What are some of your favorite collectibles that you have?
Again, this is going to be my answer to most things. Another tough question. Hopefully, I'm hoping I'm going to show this really quick so it doesn't stay on the screen too much. Just for the simple fact of, have y'all played or heard of the video game Destiny?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Well, this is the exotic hand cannon Thorn.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I got this a few years ago, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Whenever I originally I played since beta of Destiny One, so I was there for I'm pretty sure most of us were there for the entire part of Destiny One's life cycle. But back whenever you would turn in bounties, you get a chance at an exotic bounty, and that was one of the original exotic bounties was to get the Thorn, and it was so fun. It was a
So cool.
difficult quest, but I say difficult. I did it 3 times.
Flex on them.
So that's one of them. I know this app is a little finicky when it comes to stuff shaped like that. So,
Yeah.
but let's see here. Oh yeah, I have a record collection, and this is one of my record sets.
Oh,
I have
cool.
the all original six
Oh,
movie soundtracks on record.
that's cool.
So I got that a few years ago. This is D&D related. I got the
Oh,
collector set of the of all the books that you get. And let's see here. Oh yeah, and this is probably one of the big ones right here. This is Ahsoka Tano's lightsabers.
Oh, that's cool too.
So I really as you can tell, I'm a huge fan of Ahsoka. I mean, for me to get that helmet, I have all sorts of different stuff. But yeah, those are some of the
Those
big
are
ones.
her new sabers, right?
Yeah, that's her new sabers from the Ahsoka show. Yeah,
Okay.
I want to get her original ones, but
Yep.
money.
Something that you showed us before the stream that you brought up for your D&D, going back to D&D real quick, you mind showing us your favorite module?
Yeah, it's the Strixhaven module. This came out after Strixhaven came out back in did I say 21 or yeah, it was 21.
Yeah, 21.
So yeah, this one came out in December, and yeah, so it's like, hey, you want to go to school in Strixhaven? Here you go.
What's your favorite part? I mean, obviously, it's going to school in Strixhaven, going basically into a magic universe, but what were some of the cool aspects of that module that you really enjoyed?
Well, it would have like different things like school events was really cool. Like they'd have the equivalent of the Quidditch matches, which is like, okay, all the different classes are gonna meet up for like a final, almost like a grading competitions, like how well they did each year, stuff like that. The maps in the module as well, just so much fun. The level of detail that they put into these books are outstanding.
If you had to choose a school to be a part of in Strixhaven, what would your school be?
It would be Witherbloom, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Got it the right way up now. I love what they did with the colors for the magic side, but it's just really fun. Kind of one of those like life and death. It just offsets each other. It's basically doing mono white things, but in black and green.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
The description for Witherbloom: they are nature mages on both sides of the spectrum, either empowering nature or exploiting it. Their motto is "Get your hands dirty."
That's pretty cool.
Mixed. Do you have a school that you would choose?
I'm not familiar with the schools. No, I'm sorry.
Well, we're gonna put us both on the spot here. Okay, I have the explanations just like that for each one, and I'm gonna read them, and you're gonna pick. Okay.
Okay.
So Lorehold is red white, passionate scholars and explorers who dedicate their studies to adventure and discovery. Their motto is "Leave no stone unturned." Then you have Prismari, red blue, mages who focus on the artistic side, using the elements to express themselves and their emotions. Their motto is "Express yourself with the elements." Then you have Quandrix, blue green. They are mathematician wizards, seeing math and magic as one in the same. Their motto is "Math is magic." Kind of boring. And then Silverquill, they specialize in verbal magic ranging from empowering poetry to biting arcane insults. Their motto is "Sharp style, sharper wit."
That's it.
That's it.
Uh,
The one.
Either the first one, was it red white?
Yeah, the Lorehold.
Yeah, or the blue green, I believe.
The mathematician wizards.
Yeah, I when I was in school, I really loved math. It was my favorite subject.
That was blue red. Yeah.
Blue red.
Yep.
No,
No, it's blue.
Quandrix is blue green. The
Oh, is it blue green?
mathematician.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Prismari is blue red. Yeah.
No.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I was just a big
I'm
math's
more
my
of a
favorite
visual
subject.
person, so I
Yeah.
I sometimes lose track of who's saying what about what. So,
I'm definitely in the Witherbloom school as well. it's but like you said, it's really interesting how they kind of take unique takes on these color combos and kind of turn them, the passionate scholars who explore, who are dedicated to their studies. You don't typically think about Boros in that way, but Lorvold is quite different. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Sorry, just speaking of Strixhaven, the set, the first one that came out, that's where I got my first my demonic tutor, and there was that special art.
Oh, the archive card.
Yeah.
I missed the archive slot so much. It was in every single pack. You knew you were getting something fun.
Yeah. I hope they bring
trash.
I hope they bring back that for the next Strixhaven set.
Hopefully they do.
Me too.
Well, more into the community and videos and stuff like that. What's a moment where community support generally surprised you?
I think, honestly, we've had a few examples just within the past few months with Lonnie's wife passing away. That was a huge one, just the amount of support that poured out for Lonnie's family. And then also with Voivode as well, the support that was needed there it really just surprised me how quickly people came together to just support people in the community. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad that we're part of a community that will do that for each other and support each other whenever it's needed.
Yeah, it's like we're all chaotic and stuff but whenever we see the moment, it's like, okay, we need to hit the pause button. It's time to hit the pause button.
Yep.
And people going, out of their way, and it's definitely very thoughtful to, give what you have, but people are, the artist community creating stuff and, offering open, commissions and stuff through it. That's, very thoughtful too, because that's beyond just, a money value. That's a whole lot of your time and thought of energy. So that's really cool that the art community has stepped up in that way too. And, shout out to a lot Unfinished Projects to, heading that and making all of it happen for those guys, and ensure hopefully we don't have any more call to actions needed in the near future.
Yeah, we need a break, please help.
We all need a break, but I'm glad that we have someone in the community who's willing to step up and take that home and make things happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is some of the best advice you've ever gotten?
Let's see. Best advice I've ever gotten. It actually comes from, I think, my parents, but my mom says it the most. Whenever you make a mess, clean it up. So if you spill something, it was more of a piece of advice as a kid, teaching us like, hey, you make mess, don't get angry, don't get mad, just clean it up. Everything's going to be okay.
I think that's good. Like some of the most basic advice, our parents gave us as kids, where it was more simple, quote unquote, instructions. Now as an adult, you can take it into a more philosophical sense and expand it to other aspects of your life. So
yeah,
it's a good thing to do. It's taking those simple lessons that you grew up with and applying them to bigger aspects of your life.
Yeah, because I don't know about y'all, but I sometimes my brain blows things out of proportion and is like, just do the first step, clean up your mess. Like, just get it to where it's manageable.
You can't worry about the results of after you're trying to clean up your mess. You need to focus on cleaning up the mess and deal with whatever happens after.
Yeah.
Agree.
Good. What's something you wish people asked you but never do?
See, this was one of the questions that I was thinking. Is like, never ask me. I'm an introvert by nature. Can't tell by me right here, but I'm an introvert by nature. So most of the time it's like, go away, stay. It's like, don't bother me. I wish people would ask me more about my hobbies and be cool with me saying what my hobbies were, because we still kind of live in a time where you can't just say what your hobby is outright without somebody going, oh, yeah, it's not outright bullying or anything like that, but it's
Yeah.
still just one of those. There's that underlying tone of like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I kind of wish people would actually ask about the hobby and actually genuinely be like, oh, that's interesting, instead of, oh,
Yeah, when I at my last job, when people would like genuinely ask me like, "Hey, what'd you do this weekend?" and it was like pre-release weekend or something, it's like I went and played Magic the Gathering, or last night I played Magic the Gathering with my friends, and they're like, "You did magic tricks?" It's like, "No, it's a card game." And they're like, "You play Pokemon?" I'm like, "No, that's not. It's not.
Yeah,
Not
I
at
did.
all."
I the same thing. Every Sunday I go into work, and my coworkers ask me what I did for the weekend. I honestly just don't. I just said nothing. Just stayed home
yeah.
instead of
Well,
going to depth with
most
everything.
yeah, most time I'm telling people like I chilled all weekend.
Yeah,
Like
I was trying to explain to somebody a secret layer, and they thought it was a pack that I bought, not uh, a set of cards specifically. Not so it got confusing, and it's one of those things where I don't want to go into explaining it because then I'm more fearful of how I'm gonna look and how they're gonna judge me for me just explaining it. And yeah,
yeah,
it's rough.
My roommate sees like some of the secret layer stuff drop every once in a while, and he knows I play Magic the Gathering, and he's like, "Nicholas, they came out with God of War Magic the Gathering cards." It's like, well, yes and no. And he's like, "Well, what do you mean?" And then I'm like trying to explain it to him, and he's like, "So like you can still play them with like your mountains, like your Firelands?" And I'm like, "Yes,
Firelands. Oh, I love it.
yes." He
Well,
calls
so
them the Firelands.
speaking of secret layer, and this is off topic and not one of the questions, did you see that the Hasbro has made a deal with it's a Harry Potter or whoever that brand owns it? Do you guys think there's gonna be a set coming? I'm pretty certain there would be. Do you think it's gonna be a secret layer or a set, like a Universes Beyond?
Well,
If they do it, if they do it,
just
right,
because Hasbro got
right.
rights to something doesn't mean it's coming to Magic the Gathering.
You're
They
completely
also,
right.
They also got Voltron. Um, what were some? There was three other ones too.
I just heard about the Harry Potter.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
only two I really heard about was those two. I kind of saw it in passing, so I didn't really get to read it.
I just watched something on it. Um, new IPs. Uh,
I think
Forgot what it was.
if they did do Harry Potter, it'd be a little. I guess it'd be a little challenging if they did it for a secret layer, because I don't think a lot of people would appreciate not getting all the cards, and it's hard to include all the cards and all the characters. But I also think a lot of people are going to get upset with the set as well. I think there's a fine line.
Yeah, there's definitely a win lose win kind of situation there, because either you're gonna make everybody who wants sets happy, or you're gonna make everybody who wants secret layer happy.
Yep.
They could also pull a what was the set that only came out with commander decks? There was like a I could be
That came out with only Commander.
yeah, was it? It wasn't. It wasn't the Fallout decks, was it?
Warhammer,
Yeah, Warhammer. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Warhammer.
right? Because they didn't come out with a set. It was just the commander, and that's why it was so popular and valuable, because there was also 40 new cards, 30 new cards
Mm-hmm.
in the set, or in the
Yeah, those are probably some of the strongest precons that you don't have to really upgrade at all.
Yep.
I love it. I actually managed to get my hands on some, and I have them all in one deck box. So I'm not making any upgrades to that thing. I'm not pulling anything out. It's like it's staying there. It's like it's perfect.
I think they'll end up doing something with it, but
Yep.
I think there's also a lot to do with this huge IP dump into Magic the Gathering. I
Yep.
think they are trying to use these IPs while they can, and if it's successful, they'll keep doing it. So they are flooding the market with it, and in a lot of ways, it's working. I think it's bringing a lot of new people to Magic. You're going to have a lot of old school Magic players not happy with it, but everybody feels different from set to set.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, I know people who really didn't like Spider-Man, but are going crazy on Turtles, and it's like they're very similar. Like, in when it comes to the universes beyond, they're like as close as you're going to get to one another.
Yeah.
I mean,
with the exception of Marvel.
being in the same plane, New York.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I think it would be silly of them not to try something.
I think maybe they'll try a secret layer and see how it does, and then a little later.
Well, I think for it to do a whole set, it would have been really cool to do it with this new Strixhaven set.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you could have done reskins of the cards in Harry Potter, which they still might do.
All right.
If they do like a set like later on with it, I feel like they should make it a companion set to Strixhaven, because I mean the similarities are there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Magic's version of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
It's a wizard in college.
Yep.
We talked about the things people never do, but what is something that you're interested that most people may not know?
Let's see. I build Gunpla. I have a few sets, but it's Gundam sets. Gundam kits. So, based on the anime Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam, they have different sets you can build, and these are just two of them that I have. But yeah, they're just buildable robots.
Adult
They're really
Legos.
fun. Pretty much, yeah. They're
Yeah.
also, for at least these, because they have different grades that you can build. Which grades is just like how difficult the parts and putting together. I like high grades, which is basically it used to be the original starter high grade, but they introduced beginner grade, which is much simpler. You basically there's no stickers or anything like that. You just put them together. High grades have more parts than that, and they have some stickers you can use. Real grade is the same size as the high grades, but they have more parts. Master grade is about, I think they're about yay big, so they're a little bit bigger than the high grades and the real grades. And then there's the ultimate grade, which is the perfect grade. And they also have one up from that, which is Perfect Grade Unleashed, which is basically their collector edition. Like, everything's articulated, and you build the legs, and you have the frame and all that stuff. So it's really interesting. So it's definitely adjacent to what I like, which is anime and manga and stuff like that. So, but I don't really, advertise that on the channel just because I have so few, and there's so many Gunpla creators on TikTok. I wouldn't be able to keep up.
This is something that I talk to mixed and a lot of people about when they come on here, but I think you should make the content that you want to make,
Yeah.
and not worried about trying to keep up. Like, I mean, I mainly do pack opening videos. That's a very expensive thing to do for a hobby of mine that I don't make anything off of, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, this is just a place to express my interests in the things I like, and hopefully other people like it. So yeah, you might get those trolls who be like, "Oh, you only have 3 Gundam? Like, get your Gundam game up." But I don't know. I think it would be interesting to see. Like, I didn't know that, and I think I know you fairly well compared to most creators and community members here, and I didn't know that, and I think that's super interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I started getting into those because Legos are expensive now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I basically got priced out of Legos for a long while, unless it's like a set I really, really want, but I can't drop $200, $300, $400 on an Ultimate Collector Edition set anymore for just one thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I heard the move for Legos is Facebook Marketplace.
Sorry, I just read Taylor's thing. Note: make Gundam channel for in Discord for Drew.
Mhm.
Oh, Taylor. Uh, no, I think you should do what you want. Like, I think that's really cool. And, even if it's like a really sped up version of you building a Gundam when you get it, I think that would still be really cool to share.
Yeah.
And people would find interesting.
Right now, it's more of a technological issue because I have never recorded super long form content. I think the most I've ever done was maybe a minute, 5 minutes, depending.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never done long form content, even to shrink it down. I've never done that before, and I don't know how to edit on the computer. I do everything on the phone.
Yeah.
So, hey, learning curve.
If,
I enjoy a challenge.
if you need help, we can help you too. We're both familiar with how we do it. We can help you.
Okay.
Mix is definitely more experience on the tech side, but I do all my editing on my phone too. So I'm not saying I'm the best editor in the world. I'm still working on that, but there are some cool tricks that I've learned in just the little stuff you can do here on the app. So I can happy to show you that anytime. But one thing that I talked about at the beginning of the podcast that segues perfect into this. So when we were doing the video for the announcement, I was like, I want to do the R2 head spinning with the scream so bad.
I loved it.
And especially because I knew like you do those overlays with the pictures and they're moving and stuff like that. And I was like, I got to figure out how to do this. And I was trying I couldn't find that scene anywhere on the internet.
Yeah.
It's this is Rogue Leader. I'm going in. How are you doing back there, R2?
Yeah.
I haven't been able to find that scene at all.
Yeah.
So maybe I just made it up in my head and it doesn't exactly exist. But I was getting so frustrated that I couldn't find that scene. But I wanted to ask you, like, how do you do all those animated stickers? Is it just literally as simple as add sticker button on here?
It's the add sticker button. You just gotta kind of know what you're looking for, and unfortunately, there's not a lot of stickers that are specific scenes. A lot of them are, I believe, user created stickers.
Okay.
I'm not sure how the sticker thing works anymore. I didn't really know before either, but so that's something I started doing just to kind of fill the space on some of my older videos that I was doing. There's always this section on the card right by the mana value, and I'd always stick something right there just because I would use CapCut to do a scene to overlay on top of the card, and then there's always be like, okay, I need to have something just to have a little extra, and I would just always put a little sticker that was just animated that kind of went along or did something goofy right by the mana value of the card, and just something that kind of always stuck. I just enjoy doing it because it like mainly for me it's just like, oh yeah, it's like, oh, they have this sticker on here, this sticker is like, oh, that's great.
Well, I also like it too because it's like a little bit of your calling card because like you said, you've adapted more and putting them into your videos, but you're always putting some kind of sticker that is involved in one of the content of my video.
Mine too.
And I always appreciate that. So
Yeah, whenever they gave me the ability to post stickers, they gave me way too much power.
I do part of that sticker thing. I do want to say thank you to you a lot. Majority of the videos that I post, you are the first one commenting in it. Not calling anybody else out, but like, thank you for being there. I appreciate you, man.
Well, a lot of times I have nothing else going on, so it's like, oh yeah, and I enjoy the content that y'all do. It's like for Nick, he was the first person. It was him and Deceptic. I played one night with them, and he said, "Hey, you should put more of your voice out there." And I tried out, and I still don't do it enough. I should do more. I'm working on it.
No.
But you gave me the push to do a little bit different content than just what I was doing, and even though sometimes it does better, sometimes does worse, it's just fun. I enjoy doing different things. But yeah, it's just very. And then getting to meet you mixed through Nick is just is awesome. I especially enjoy your D&D nights. That was just a thrill for me. It's like, oh, I get to roll dice.
Mhm. Thank you. I love it.
Yeah, dude, you have a great voice. I think it's very presentable and very palatable for a lot of people. And I don't know, I think you have a lot more personality that, like you said, you're an introvert, and that's okay. But I think there is a lot more of a person that a lot of people haven't seen that
Mhm.
I've seen glimpses of.
Oh yeah.
And but I really enjoy the more branching out you've been doing. It's been really cool to see. So
And if it makes you feel better, Nick and I talked about this before. We make a lot of videos and we try to do our own voices and just selfies of us. Even our announcement videos of who we're doing, we have to take like 3 to 5 shots of just reiterating it again because we didn't like it or we messed up. Um,
Yeah.
so we both can completely understand how you feel and getting out of that headspace.
Yeah,
from
for
your
sure.
announcement video alone, I have 20 videos that were cut up supposed to be into that, and then I redid the video 3 times.
Yep.
Entirely. So it was like I couldn't get the words down. I got the words down, post or made it, sent to mix, and I was like, I didn't say where it was on Thursday. I got to go back and redo this all over again. 20 more videos. So
Yeah.
it's not easy. I mean, even being on here and doing this live, like this, the one benefit of doing it live is you're not thinking about it too much. You're just saying and going with it.
Hmm. You're not having to remember to like the stuff you've rehearsed or written down. And I probably should write down stuff more, but my reading something voice and my saying something voice, two different things.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
If
I,
it's
I I think I wrote down my first script for my first video that I ever did with my voice, and then I never wrote it down again. I just like I'm just gonna re-record, re-record,
Hmm.
re-record. Yeah.
if I am reading a script, I'm fine with it. But if I'm like staring at a camera and trying to record myself saying something, that's when I mess up a ton. Cause yeah, it's a struggle. I've tried making videos on my computer where I'm looking at the script, but then my camera's not aligned with it, so yeah, it gets a little crazy.
Yeah.
But it's the growth of the creator, man.
Yep.
Growth of the
Mhm.
creator. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
I've seen you sipping this off podcast. So I'm assuming it may be your favorite drink. But what is your favorite drink and snack?
You assumed wrong.
Oh.
um, I just I wanted a break from what I normally drink. This is what he's talking about. This is what I was sipping on off the screen. But my favorite drink is Coke Zero.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoy Coke Zero. I just needed a break. It's been a minute. I used to drink. Dr. Pepper used to be my favorite drink. I drink it all the time. One of those things where you go to a restaurant, you have like they keep bringing it to you, and I would just fill up on Dr. Pepper, and I'd be stuffed by the end of the by the end of the night just on Dr. Pepper alone. I'd barely get to eat any food, so I had to swap it up. But for the snack, peanut butter M&Ms. Love peanut butter M&Ms.
Peanut butter?
Peanut butter, not peanut.
Yeah, peanut butter M&Ms.
Okay.
Oh, I have a
we
bag.
can't see it. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's my favorite
That's-
too.
Yeah, that's followed closely by Reese's Pieces.
Oh, yes.
Okay, one more time. What was the candy called?
Don't make fun
Reese's
of him.
Pieces.
Pieces?
Reese's Pieces.
Pieces?
Reese's Pieces.
Pieces.
It's Reese's Pieces. Pieces
Yeah.
is not a word.
Tomato, all right.
Are those
That's my Southern coming out.
are those the snacks you would take to Magic? Say you had
yeah.
you took yeah.
They're easy. They don't melt
Yep.
too bad. I mean, of course, don't hold them in your hand. They're gonna melt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit, but yeah, they're quick, easy. I don't like having messy food near my cards. I think that's most of us.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna have food, we're gonna eat beforehand or after.
Mhm. It's one of my one thing I always do is like when I go to Friday Night Magic is like I always grab something to eat right before I go, but it's like, I'm trying to eat before the event starts, and then I always have like 2 or 3 guys come over and like talking to me stuff. I'm like, I'm trying to eat so we can play. Like, I don't want to be eating this or be like hungry later and be like, oh, I really need to eat something real quick and then spill it on the cards. So
Yep.
I'm very much the same way. It's like magic and food separate.
Yeah, I made a mistake one time. Went with one of my friends to the game store down in Louisiana, and I forgot to eat beforehand, and we were there for like 5 hours.
Mm.
So I was over there dying. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like I'm hungry. And the bad part is, it's in a mall, and the store actually stays open until everybody's kind of done with their games and stuff. So the mall portion was closed by that point. So it's like, oops. So needless to say, I went and got some food afterwards.
Yeah. Well, if you were to meet with a celebrity in general, first, what celebrity would you want to meet up with, just to meet in person? But then, what celebrity would you want to play Magic with?
Same answer as the DM, Matthew Mercer, because he does both.
I didn't know he did until he made those videos.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool, and I think he gets really into he gets into the characters that he's playing as Magic.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I loved whenever he made a Vincent Valentine deck, and he actually was just voicing his character from the video game.
Yeah.
I thought that was so amazing.
Or was it Commander at Home where he was playing Minsk and Boo, right?
Oh, it was Vincent Boo, yeah.
Yeah.
Did he do Vincent Valentine? I can't remember if he did or not.
He did.
If there's a Magic card of a character he's voiced, he's making a Commander deck out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But his Minsk and Boo ones was really good too. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That's one character in Baldur's Gate 3 I want to see more of in gameplay, because I somehow always end up messing something up in my gameplay to where I don't get to hear Matthew Mercer being just a dumb, lovable character. It's just because I always mess up something somewhere along the lines. I just mess up something. On my first playthrough, actually, I messed up by accidentally letting Jaheira die in the invasion of the castle.
Spoilers.
Might be spoiling.
It's been out for a while though, but
Yeah, I know. I haven't gone that far.
I haven't said where.
Since you've brought up Matthew Mercer a few times, do you have a favorite voice he does or character he plays?
Oh, that's another one of those tough questions.
I know this one would have been good to have on the list.
Yeah.
What's the one of the magic shop? The Pumbaa? No.
Pumbaa Soul?
Pumat Soul, yeah.
Pumat Soul.
Yeah,
I
Pumat
like
Soul.
that.
He's really good. I really enjoy Pumat Soul. Captain Levi from Attack on Titan. I really enjoy that his voice acting in that.
He's done so much.
What is the character he played in Hunter x Hunter? I'm trying to remember.
I didn't watch Hunter x Hunter.
Leoriel. He plays a character called Leoriel, something like that. He plays one of the main character's best friends, and he does a good job. And then of course, I mean, there's so many video game characters he's done. He's done so much anime. He's done, of course, his different D&D. I mean, just him in general, just being a DM, he does all those character voices.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's it was the Gunpowder guy.
The one who
first campaign.
Yeah, I kept blowing himself up.
Yes. It was just so good.
I love Pumat. Pumat Soul is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
What do you think, Pumat? I don't know, Pumat.
And it's crazy that he could remember all the voices too. Even after a couple of episodes and the characters go back, he remembers the same voice that he did.
Oh yeah, Henry Crabgrass is another good one.
Crabgrass, yes. Or the Sun Tree.
Oh, hey Kiki.
Hey
How you
Kiki.
doing? all good.
Oh, Matthew Mercer.
So, big fan of Matthew Mercer. But who has been the biggest inspiration or influence in your life?
Going into a deep question now. Okay. That would have to be my pawpaw on my mom's side. Uh, he was just always like a rock solid man. He was the one who taught me how to fish. I'm not good at fishing, but he still brought me to go fishing, and he throw the baseball around with me. I can't tell you how many times I accidentally hit him in the face with a baseball that I hit directly at him, and he just shake it off. He's like, "All right, let's keep going." So
Rub some dirt on it.
yeah, he sadly passed away back in 22. So it's just one of those. It's one of those. I miss him, of course, and I wish he was still here, because huge. I love John Wayne films because of him, because that was something he loved watching. He loved westerns. So one of my favorite John Wayne films is The Longest Day. I used to see him watching it whenever we'd go visit my aunt's house, and yeah, so it's one of my favorite John Wayne films because you just have all these big name actors in it. So yeah, so it would be my pawpaw. Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
for those of you who aren't well versed in Southern dialect, that is his grandpa.
Oh yeah,
Correct.
yeah, grandfather. Yeah,
Awesome.
I do apologize.
And was he the grandpa in Indiana?
No, this was the one down in Louisiana.
Okay.
This was on my mom's side. Yeah, my mom was from Louisiana and my dad was from Indiana.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, so I'm a mix. I'm a mutt.
But
Mix, you say?
Uh-huh.
was there any particular like memory, when you think about your papa, not necessarily like you talked about going fishing and playing baseball, but is there one specific thing you remember going doing with him? Like,
Let's see. There's so many.
there's
It's
so
hard.
many.
It's hard to just lock it
Mhm.
into one moment. Um,
Or what is he doing when you think about him?
well, he's a hard worker. He
Hmm.
worked for the parish because in Louisiana they're not counties, they're parishes. So he worked on the road. So he's just a very hard worker. But he always made time for his family, and that's something I do miss about him. Is just because you just go and he'd be there. He enjoyed reading books too. That'd be something that he started doing more of as he retired. But yeah, he was just he, he was one of those so strong of a man that he didn't let much get to him, but you could tell that sometimes there was things that he was just dealing with, but he never wanted to let it bother you, ruin the day or anything like that. So I think that's just it's just very silent strength is what
Hmm.
I'm kind of getting at. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
my grandpa was very much the opposite in the quiet category. He was very outspoken, but still very loving and still influential. But when I think about my grandpa, I think about him sitting in the top level of the whatever bleacher, whatever sport we were at, and him waving his fist, going "Hoo, hoo,"
Hmm.
and that was him. He was like, as
yeah,
much as rough and a little hard on the outside, he was just like you said. Like he always made time for the family, and that's what I think about when I think about my grandpa is just him rooting me on in the stage. Yeah, that's where Nico. Let's go.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, that's
I
awesome.
wish I had as much memories with my other grandpa, but he passed away back in '02, very, very young, to where I didn't really bond as much. So it's just one of those, like, I have faint memories of him, but I know he was definitely opposite of, they couldn't have been more opposite type of people. but
Yeah.
they were still grandpa. Both of them were.
Hmm.
I agree. My dad's side, my grandpa, he passed away when I was young, and I remember a couple memories with him, but not a whole lot. Whereas my mom's side, he both my grandma and grandpa, they retired and they traveled a lot. They traveled to not across the country, but to multiple states to visit their kids and to visit our families. And so
Hmm.
I remember my grandpa coming and always asking. He was so in love with onions. Onions had to be in everything, and so he is asking every single time we eat, where are the onions? And we had to prep an onions just for him. Uh, and he always would joke around and give people crap if they're not eating onions, and it's good for you.
Yeah.
It'd be eating pizza and be like, "Where are my
Mm-hmm.
onions? I gotta put onions on my pizza."
Yep.
It's not a chili dog, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something that my grandparents on my mom's side they love to travel to, and so we got to go on plenty of trips.
Hmm.
Um, been as far west as Arizona, and then over to Florida. Far east as I've been is West Virginia. We've of course gone through the Dakotas and all that stuff. Been up to Canada for Niagara Falls. So just love to travel. It's been a traveling family. So
Good. Well, Taylor's getting upset in the chat, or not getting upset,
yes,
but she
I saw
says
that.
not talking about sad grandpas anymore. She has a question. Taylor has a question though.
Mhm.
Well, we're done with our questions. So now we're going to the chat. So anybody who has questions, please message in the chat. We have 2 already that we're prepped to ask. Taylor, sorry, Ogre was first, so I'm doing Ogre first. Ogre said, "What's your favorite anime, and why?"
Oh, everybody with the loaded questions. Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is one of my favorite animes, and the reason why is every single episode. Because that's another thing I haven't really brought up either. But I like music. I really really like music,
Hmm.
and every single episode has a musical theme to it. So one moment you could be smooth jazz, another moment you could be hard rock, another one you could be kind of hip hop. It's just I just love the fact, and then also just the aesthetics of that era of anime. Also, just incredible animation. Yeah, so Cowboy Bebop is up there for me, and then probably a close second after that is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Just a solid show.
Okay.
Funny, whenever I talk to anybody about anime, it always seems like the people who really love Cowboy Bebop are like the true anime fans. Like, it's not like a niche show, but there's just so much out there that I think a lot of people overlook it. They appreciate it, but
Mhm.
like the real ball knowers know about Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, it's just one of those. It's almost like a prerequisite for like getting into anime. It was one of those that some of my friends like, hey, you got to check out this anime. It's so good, you're gonna love it. And of course, it's very adjacent to Star Wars. It's in space,
Mm-hmm.
so it's one of those like it's like you're gonna enjoy it anyway. It's in it's sci-fi, so you're gonna love it.
We'll get into question or something that you just talked about. You like music. Is there a specific genre you like, or is it kind of just in a lot?
It's all over the place. Sometimes I'll be listening to. I will say one of my favorite genres is power metal. So kind of like that symphony rock. Going you kind of like it sounds like you're going on an adventure, but it's let's see. I think Sabaton kind of falls into that genre as well. Um, so just I enjoy all fantasy music, adventure music. I got into lo-fi for a while there. Whenever we were playing Magic, we just listen, put on Spotify. We would do lo-fi music.
Yep.
We stopped doing that because we started falling asleep. It was boring us. It was good, but it was a little too chill.
Mm-hmm.
Get it. Okay, Taylor. Their question is, what color lightsaber would Drew have?
Green,
Green.
green. It's actually I went to Disney World about 2 years back and did the Build Your Lightsaber experience.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
yeah, so I wish I'd grabbed it. It's over there on the shelf, and I don't want the camera unfocused. If y'all
You're
want to
okay.
see it, I can send y'all a picture later.
I think
Um,
we've all seen the mini Disney videos of people doing them.
yeah, there's enough variation to where everyone's a little bit different, but at the same time, you've seen one build a lightsaber, you've kind of seen them all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that was the color I chose was a green crystal. I just my favorite color is green. It's just I've always liked it. So, and that was one of my original favorite characters was Qui-Gon Jinn too. I just enjoyed Qui-Gon Jinn, the style of lightsaber hilt he had.
Hmm. I hope that we get more Qui-Gon in future Star Wars adaptations. I think it's
100%.
a very cool character.
Hmm it's largely unexplored in the current canon
Hmm.
because I love that they dropped him. Spoiler alert for Obi-Wan Kenobi show. They dropped him at the end of the season, and I was hoping I hope to see more of that. I'd
Yeah.
also love to see a show where it's showing the early years for Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, or even
Hmm.
more of Dooku and Qui-Gon. I think that'd be cool.
Oh, that would be cool
Um,
too.
One of my favorite book series that I read growing up was called Jedi Apprentice, and it was Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn's whole like journey from him becoming his apprentice to just a few years later, and it's one of my favorite book series ever. It's I think a young adult book series, but it's so good. Very well written.
Nice.
Mixed. Do
But
you have a color lightsaber you would choose?
I don't know. I'm not into depth with Star Wars. I've seen them, but I cannot, I guess, talk as much as you guys can about it. Um,
Well, if
I,
you were going to Galaxy's Edge, your choices would be red, purple, blue, green, and yellow, right? They have the yellow one?
I think they do. And there's also the super secret black crystal, which is basically just white.
Yeah.
blue. Blue is my favorite
Blue?
color. I don't know much about. I can't remember who had a blue lightsaber. Was it
Take your pick.
okay? A
There's a
decent
lot
amount.
of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
then
Main
yeah,
ones, Anakin, Obi-Wan.
just because it's my favorite color.
Yeah.
What about you, Unexpected?
Purple, Mace Windu all the way, baby. I love me some Mace.
Mm-hmm.
Mace is still alive, by the way.
Swagnar had a question. What's your go-to color in Magic?
Oh. Go-to color, like single color, color combos, like
Either.
either. Um, the first color I got into Magic, it was white. That's the color I learned on. So white is just it's gotten so much more support over the years. So I've
Mhm.
kind of stuck with white. I do love green. So any mixture of green in there, and of course my go-to, and I can't seem to get away from it, is Woolberg. Just all the colors. You get just everything. So I enjoy. I mean, if you couldn't tell by the rest of this podcast, I just enjoy variety. I'm very
Mhm.
much a variety person.
For those of you who've never played Magic with Drew, uh, he likes to build non-typical commanders, I would say. He runs a lot of commanders that I don't see a lot of people run, and he builds really cool, fun decks. Like, I'm a big fan of his Kadira, the small deck, um, but also your Traxos deck was really cool. So, if you guys ever get a chance to play Magic with Drew, he's definitely got a variety of commanders to choose from.
Yeah. Fun thing about the Traxos deck, I don't have any wastes for basic lands,
Hmm.
so every single land in my deck is a non-basic land that does not enter in tapped. I just basically went and found all my lands that was colorless and just put them into a deck.
Yep. I remember you
I just
telling
thought
that when you played it.
I just thought that was fun. It's like that's just so interesting. It's like I'm not going to spend money to go get some basic lands whenever I could just have all this other stuff that I already have.
They need to print more waste.
Yeah. In fact, the first waste I ever received was with the World Shaper Precon. That's the first one
Yeah,
I've
that's
ever
right.
gotten.
Mm.
It's like, oh, I have it now. Great. I'm not going to put it in the deck. It's going to stay where it is.
And it's like the only other sets you would have to go back and buy like old Zendikar, or you're buying premium Modern Horizon sets just to hope to open a basic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could just buy them online, but
Yeah. Or just
I want
proxy.
to rip. I just want to
Well,
rip packs.
Yeah.
Dabba asked if I don't know if this is bad. Dabba asked if Drew kit bashes.
I haven't gotten that far into Gunpla. I'm still basically just building the base sets. I haven't smashed any of the. And you say kit bash. Basically, that means you are taking two different sets and kind of combining elements from different other sets, kind of making your own custom Gundam. I haven't gotten that far into it. I don't. I try to, since it's like my first like foray into building Gunpla. I like having things nice and shiny. I'm also a little nervous to literally scrape my models to try to attempt to have battle worn. And I would love to get to that point, and I'm probably going to do that eventually. It's just I don't feel confident enough at the moment to try that.
Sounds like you already have Dabba, who would be there to watch your videos.
No?
I'd watch
Yeah.
them too. I don't know much about it, but I'd watch it. But Dabba's interested in it. That's awesome.
Okay. Cool.
For probably a good 3-month period, which is probably going to come back now since we're talking about it. But there was a series of a business that sold Gundam models or like other products that are similar. But it was like, guess the model in under 60 seconds. And they were just in their warehouse, and he'd be like, is it high grade? No. Is it premium grade or whatever? And they would just keep asking questions until
yeah.
he'd have to go find it specifically.
Let's go.
I was like, I know nothing about this, and they're not even building them, but I found that interesting, and it was like something I religiously watched for months. So
and the fact that they would know is like, oh, is it this, or this, and they go very specific with it. It's like, oh, and then they just go right to the right aisle, to the right shelf, and like, here, like, oh.
like, well, if it was made in 2022, they didn't have any premium grades from these sets, so we can completely eliminate this out of the store. It's like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Taylor asked, what's Drew's favorite treat yourself food and comfort food?
Let's see here. My mom makes some homemade pizza, and do you know the pretzel pizza from Little Caesars that has the nacho cheese on it?
Yep.
It's that, but it's homemade. So get some store-bought dough and make a regular pizza. It has the nacho cheese on it, and then she mixes mozzarella cheese and Carolina Reaper cheese on top of all that, and it has pepperoni. It's just really, really good. And the reason why I do that is because back whenever I lived in Indiana, there was this pizza shop. It was called Uncle Bakes, and it had some of the best hot cheese pizza I've ever tasted. And nobody does hot cheese pizza anywhere. I've tried finding places. I just can't find a place that will do that.
To be honest, I've never heard of hot cheese pizza until you described it. And if someone said, hey, do you want to go get some hot cheese pizza? And be like, no, I want to go get cold cheese pizza. What do you mean?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like nacho cheese sauce base with a spicy cheese mix.
Yeah, that's the mix. That's the one that we came up with. It was a variation of the pretzel pizza with the nacho cheese, and then we just made a hot cheese on top of that. The one that I got from the one in Indiana that had regular pizza sauce and everything like that. But It was more cheese than pizza sauce. We'll just put it that way.
As pizza should.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
would
yeah,
you say that's your treat yourself meal and comfort food?
yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not going to turn down a good cheeseburger either. There's a hamburger shop just down the road that I go to whenever I can. They close at like 4 o'clock my time, so most of the time I'm not able to get down there in enough time to go get it. So sometimes I'll get off at around 2 o'clock to go, and I'll just run down there, go treat myself to a good cheeseburger and fries.
Nice.
In fact, right now I'm actually dealing with some burns in my mouth because I ate the fries too fast.
Oh,
They were piping hot, so it's like I'm regretting it, but it was still so good.
That was me last week before the podcast.
yep.
I thought I could bake a pizza in time before we had to start talking, and I was like, well, nope, I don't have that much time, so I just started shoving in my mouth, and it was just burning my mouth. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I need to eat.
Yep. Taylor, new food unlocked. Hot cheese
Yep.
pizza.
Cheese pizza.
With the staring face.
Yep. The infamous staring face.
Mm-hmm. It's her calling card.
Yep.
It really is.
Well, I think that's it for questions. Did you have any questions for us? Unexpected. Do you have any questions for him? Any more? Any leftover tidbits?
No, I mean, Drew, do you have anything for us?
I'm horrible at coming up with questions on the spot. Let's see. I guess what would be a good question is, what got y'all into, like, I think y'all have talked about it before, for this podcast. What was y'all's inspiration for doing this podcast? I feel like y'all have covered that before, so.
I'm gonna let Mix take it because
take
it's. I know, and he had that face on because he knew this was what I was gonna say. But Mix asked me if I wanted to do. He came up with the idea and said, "Hey, what do you think about doing a podcast together?" I don't want it just to be like us talking about gaming or anything. I'd rather it just be community focused. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what the point was he felt, that it was really cool that, we were getting to know a whole lot of people, off the app, and he wanted to get to know more people and wanted other people to have that same connection that we were building in the community with getting to know people and being like, hey, we have those same shared interests. It's not just Magic the Gathering that kind of binds us together. And, like for me and you, it was Critical Role in D&D, and we would talk in the DMs about D&D and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so I thought it was just a really cool idea, and Mix is a good buddy of mine, and I said, I'm in, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about it before, and I very self-conscious, and being in this community has helped me a lot because it felt like I'm welcome, and everybody's made me feel welcome, which is, I love it. This is my community. And there's always been people around me that I can always count on and always are going to be there. But I never actually knew much about them. I just would see them in the comments or my lives and stuff like that. One thing that really pushed this podcast was when I was alive once and Mythic Red joined, and she was just commenting. She didn't come up for uppies and anything like that, but she stayed there just talking about her whole resume basically and every job that she's been through and everything that she's done. And I thought it was incredible to know, especially how young she is and how much she's gone through so far. And it's so cool to know I keep saying it, but the backstory of everybody behind just what they post.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's incredible. I love knowing and learning all this stuff. Otherwise, I'm an introvert too. I will not reach out. I most likely will not reach out. this is helping me.
We're just a bunch of introverts
Exactly.
talking to each other.
So this podcast is also helping me, probably Nick, probably you, all the guests too, to come out of our shells too and express ourselves more than we normally would. And yeah, this was another way for me, and for us to learn more about everybody in this community and put a face and a background to everybody that we constantly see in the comments and stuff like that.
Yeah,
For example, like
that.
I constantly see you messaging most of my posts that I first comment with a sticker. But I wanted to learn more about you. We both wanted to learn more about you and your interests, hobbies, just your backstory. So we want to do that for everybody. And
But you are doing a great job.
Thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming on. I know I had talked to you early on and said, hey, you are someone who I'd love to have a guest on the podcast. And if I ever ask you, would you be willing to do it? And you said, of course. And I know this isn't in a realm of things that Drew is comfortable doing. So, and I know
my knee has been going a mile a minute.
and everybody else who's been courageous enough to come on and tell us about themselves and open up a little bit, and have everyone. I just really appreciate you guys for who you are, what you do for the community, and who you guys are friends to me. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, same here. It's honestly, like, it just felt like I was just posting stuff just to be posting stuff. I had no intentions of making connections with really anybody, and then out of nowhere, I just get scooped up by these different people, and then somehow I meet some people that's like, hey, let's play some games, that being you. And just out of nowhere, it's like just made all these different connections, and then here we are. It's been a fun ride.
My favorite thing's been sitting in a pot of 3 with Taylor, and we needing one more, and she goes, "Let me see if I can get you."
Yep.
9 times out of 10, I will say, yeah, sure, let's do it.
That happened the other night too. We were needing a third or a fourth, and I messaged him, "Do you want to play?" He's like, "Sure."
Let's do it.
That happened the other night too. We were needing a third or a fourth, and I messaged him, "Do you want to play?" He's like, "Sure." Okay, is it good now?
There it is.
There it is. We're back.
Oh. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened.
But yeah, man.
Sorry. One last question that I really liked, and I'm gonna point it towards you first, unexpected, then I'll answer it.
Okay.
Is there anything Drew talked about that you guys are interested in learning more on? Ogre asked that.
Learning more on. I mean, I don't think it's like. I mean, I would like to just continually talk to Drew about his life and get to know, more about him, hear some stories and stuff like that. But I would, more than anything, I'd love to play D&D with Drew.
Yeah.
I think that's, of course I want to get to know him more as a person, but I think that's been on the top of my list since I've met him was, I need to play some D&D with this guy. So, what about you?
Yes. First, D&D. Okay, there's a lot. Like, D&D, I'd love to play. That'd be so fun. Video games, though, playing Baldur's Gate would be fun. If not, any other game would be amazing. But then also, like, either helping you make your videos with the any video you want, or what's it called? Gang. The
Gundam?
Lego Gundam.
Oh,
The Gundams.
yeah, it's Gundam. The official term for it is Gunpla.
Gunpla.
Yeah, Gunpla.
Gunpla.
Yeah. But it's just Gundam model sets, but the term for it is Gunpla.
Okay. Doing more of that with you and learning, and even maybe ordering my own and trying it. But so much that you talked about, and if we never did this podcast, I would have never known that you were into all of this either. I would assume, but I assumed you were into Star Wars because of the helmet and Magic, obviously, because we play Magic, but we never would have thought about anything else. So I'm so glad that we did this.
Yeah, you definitely seem like you have the Star Wars lore down pretty well.
Yes.
And I always dabble. I dabble in it, so like I like that I can, if I never need a resource and be like, hey, this is what I think happened in Star Wars. Is this what actually happened? And I think you'd be like, well, this is what happened, but what's canon is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to make that distinction due to reasons. Everybody should know that reason, but just I love it. Because I mentioned I collect books. Well, I have a Star Wars book collection as well, and I have a section where it's just canon books, and then that's only one shelf. It's just canon.
Yeah.
The rest of the shelf is all legends.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. Like the stories in both of them are great. They're doing a great job on both, and they're still keeping legends alive. They reprint the books all the time with the legends label, and it's fun.
I do have one more Star Wars question related. As a Star Wars fan, they are known to be very overly critical of the projects that have been put out. What is your view as a Star Wars fan with, let's just say, the most recent projects and stuff that's come out? Are you in that highly criticized camp, like you're like, not been the best, or are you in the camp of, guys, we're getting Star Wars, be happy?
I'm definitely. I feel like I'm in the camp of it's Star Wars. I'm going to enjoy Star Wars regardless. I am. It's one of those, you can't say that you love something and not be critical of something, without just tough love and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go out of my way and like some of the Star Wars fans out there, they're overly critical, and some of them are just downright mean, unfortunately, about it, and they think it's their opinion or the highway kind of thing. But I guess kind of, I'm not the biggest fan of the movies that have come out, but I do enjoy Solo and Rogue One. Those two have been very great projects. And most of the series have been great. I've really enjoyed, especially them going and trying to think. Like the Obi-Wan show, that was great. Andor was really good. Ahsoka's been pretty good. I'm a little sad that we lost the main actor for the villain, but I think they chose a pretty good replacement. So I think that's going to be enjoyable. But so it's just one of those. I love Star Wars. It's about like with most things. If I love something, I'm going to enjoy it regardless. I'll just take the pieces that I like, use those, and the other parts I don't have to watch much if I don't want to. So.
Good perspective. I know way too many Star Wars fans who are overly critical about certain projects, and it's just like, dude, be happy. Like, at least you didn't get Rings of Power.
But I just was like, we went for years with no Star Wars. Like, why are we complaining that there is now too much Star Wars? I'd much rather have too much Star Wars than no Star Wars.
Yeah. It's giving you a lot. But go ahead.
Taylor just said, I need a Yoda backstory done entirely by Jim Henson.
Well, Pasta says, now hear me out, though. So I'm waiting to see if they have a last question. Star Wars MTG set.
No, there won't ever be one.
I would love it, but I don't know if they're going to do it. I mean, they're doing Star Trek.
But there's SWU. There's Unlimited.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there's already
came out 2 years ago.
There's even more card games than just Unlimited. There's always been a Star Wars card game.
Mm-hmm. But with Unlimited coming out 2 years ago, I just don't see it happening. Like it's pretty close to Commander 2. How you
Yeah,
play.
I would love it. I would not be opposed to it. I don't see it happening, but hey, you never know. We've seen crazier things. Honestly, I didn't think we'd see Star Trek. That was not on my list.
Yeah. And I see the Final Fantasy TCG. Does anybody know about the Final Fantasy TCG? I know it's popular more overseas in Japan, but I mean, it's not as well known. So I think they would be more comfortable with putting it out there to other companies.
Yeah. Well, I think that is going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching and being part of the live and being here with us, getting to know Drew more and Ben007. Go check us out on our other platforms. This will go be posted on the
Red Play Button app.
Red Play Button app.
And also the green audio app.
Correct. So if you want to watch it again, or please go check it out, share it, get everybody to know all the other guests and Drew more as well. But thank you guys so much for being here. Drew, thank you so much for being a guest with us. Greatly appreciate it, and I'm so glad we were able to do this.
My pleasure.
Thank you guys again. We'll see you next week. See you,
Bye.
Pops.